So we will discuss today what is RISC and what is CISC. So RISC stands for Reduced Instruction Set Computer. CISC stands for Complex Instruction Set Computer. So anybody can tell you what can tell me what is this? Any idea about that? What is this reduced instruction set? So last class I told you what is instruction. So for example, I have given a simple example. Move A comma B is the instruction. Nothing but your code. This is the instruction, right? So reduced instruction set in the sense we have less number of instruction supported by either microprocessor or microcontroller. Okay, either microprocessor or microcontroller. I can say some of the microcontroller or microprocessor. If some of the microprocessor or microcontroller will have complex instruction set, for example, I'll tell you small difference. See, for example, I have the instruction move A comma B, right? This is one example. Okay. And then like that, we have number of instruction. Okay. Let me take, for example, 10. So only we have 10 instruction to do whatever the operation you require. Whereas in CISC type of processor or microcontroller, I have more than 10. Move A, supports A comma B like that. It will have n number of instruction set. For example, it has 20 instructions. Okay. Okay. So we have 20 instruction set. See, where to do all the operation, whatever the operation you required for your application, your processor or microcontroller, some of the processor will have 10 instruction. That particular processor or controller, what we say as a RISC type of processor or controller. For example, if some of the processor or controller will have more number of instructions to do same operation, whatever the operation done by RISC type of processor or controller, it required more number of instructions to do the same operation. That is the difference between RISC and CISC. Okay, very important point. So you must understand this. Otherwise, you don't know what is RISC and what is CISC in the examination. Blindly, you will come to exam. You will write something and you will go. So understand the things. So here I required only 10 instruction to do the same operation. Here we required 20 instruction to do the same operation. So that's why we say the particular any type of processor which takes these many steps as a complex instruction set, and some of the processor which uses only 10 instruction example to do all the operation, it is reduced instruction set. That is, it has reduced number of instruction set to do the operations, any type of application operation. Any doubt here? Anybody? So if you're not listening, then it is very difficult for you. I think first unit is very easy. If you go to second and third, everything is coding part. So for that, you must understand basic things. Okay. Right. So, and then one of the important point I'll tell you, the RISC is in recent days, the modern ICs, they will support RISC type of instruction set. Okay, because with less number of instruction set, you can do all the operation. So that's why I have circled it. Okay, so very important. Okay, so for executing each instruction, the RISC type of microprocessor or microcontroller, it utilizes only one clock cycle, that is one mission cycle. And then, for example, here it may use multiple mission cycles. That is nothing but the here mission cycle certain time, right? It takes some nanoseconds to execute one instruction. So within that nanosecond, the particular instruction is executed. That is, data is moved from one place to another place. Okay. So right. So and then here, in this RISC type of microprocessor or microcontroller, it has several general purpose registers. What are all general purpose registers? Like example, A, B, C, D, like that. There will be number of registers, R0, R1, like that. It will be very different, depends on the different type of microprocessor or microcontroller. So for this RISC type of microprocessor or microcontroller, inside the IC, we have more general purpose registers, whereas CISC type of microprocessor or microcontroller, it will have very small number of general purpose registers. General purpose registers, example A, B, C, like that, we have number of registers. You will learn in the architecture of 8051. Okay. So next topic will be that. So you will learn in the next class. For sure. Okay. Right. The instruction set of RISC microprocessor includes the only register to register load or store operation. Here in this type of instruction set, you will have the instruction like LDR, load register, STR, like that. So and move. So this type of instruction set out there. So that is utilized for yeah, this is the instruction used in the particular processor for moving a data from one register to another registers. Even it can be a memory also. Whereas here, in this type of sys, you have example move x. Example, I'm telling the example. The move x indicates the data is transferred between memory to the controller. Example. Okay, so memory related instruction this, and we have same move instructions, and then we have RST, INT0. So like that we have number of instructions supported by CISC type of processor or microcontroller. All right. So here, this type of CISC type of microprocessor and microcontroller, it requires more RAM, because here in the general purpose register is more. So all these general purpose are loaded in the RAM. So that's why it required more RAM. Whereas here the general purpose is small number, so that the RAM size is very less. Okay. The fixed length instruction and variable length instruction. Here the instruction length is fixed. For example, here we have move A comma B. It is the one instruction which is having certain length. For example, this may take around example I'm telling 32-bit. Okay, it can be very different, depends on the different types of microprocessor or microcontroller. Okay, so like this we have number of instructions supported by the RISC type of processor or controller. Everything is same length, everything is same. Whereas here variable length, in the sense, here we have, for example, move A comma B, which has, for example, 32-bit. Okay, 32-bit. One second. Here I have 32-bit. Okay. So like that, we have, for example, another we have INT 0, interrupts 0. So this may have, for example, 8-bit or 16-bit. I'll give 16-bit. Okay. The length of each instruction, so each instruction is different. So that's why we say as it is variable length instruction supported by sys type of architecture. Okay. The design point of view, the complexity lies only in processor. That is, the company who designed the processor, the RISC type of processor, they have the complexity in designing. Whereas this type of processor, they have to design the compiler in such a manner which has to be supported where it is very complex. Okay, so this point is completely about the industry point where they have to take care, they have to design and give it to you such a manner. And they are telling that the processor in this type of processor or microcontroller, so they have the complexity in designing particular processor, whereas the compiler part in the sys type of processor will exist only in the compiler. Okay. So this is one of the important 5-mark question. So you may expect. Any doubt here in this slide? The students can ask me so that we can go to the next topic, basic topic of philosophy of embedded system. So whatever we just scroll down, so everything is related to microprocessor and microcontroller. These three important topic you can expect as a 5-mark each. Even in the CIE one, also in your SCA also, right? So very important. So you must understand as a electronics engineer, you must understand this, right? So if you go to, the students, if you study ME, so they will, if you study advanced microcontroller, these and all one small topics. Okay. So you will come across. So any doubt, students can reply me. So any doubt
No,
you can
sir.
ask me, otherwise we can go to the next simple topic. No doubt.
No, sir.
Any doubt you can ask me, no problem. So if you're struggling with understanding, I will help you out in which way you can understand very easily. Okay. So next topic, I would like to explain. With this first half of your first unit will be completing. Uh, I will post the slide also next week. So I need to take still 2 more topics. After that, I will post the entire slide, first unit in Google Drive. You can download and you can start preparing. So another simple topic. So this is a general topic. So students can come out with your own ideas. If they ask in the examination, so give me philosophy of embedded system. So you can develop your own ideas. Like I'm going to develop a complete embedded system. Okay. So why I'm going to use that embedded system, where I'm going to use that embedded system, what is the behavior of that particular embedded system, which is most useful for the society. So you can come out with your own ideas also. So in general, I have written. So these particular topics will give you, it is up to the students. Students can write down. The students can have their own ideas. Okay. So about the philosophy. So in general philosophy, what is nothing but a study of creation. You are going to create a new product. So you are going to initially, before creating that, so you have to go through certain study. What is that study in the sense? So initially I have simple prototype, that is model I have. So for example, you consider a room temperature, controlling a room temperature. Right? So this is the topic, you know. You have to imagine in such a manner. how you are going to create that particular embedded system. First is the behavior of the system. What is the behavior of the system? That is, it has to control the room temperature, right? So what are we designing? We are going to design that particular, right, room temperature control embedded system. So how people will use it? You have to think it, how broad way the people are going to use that in each and every industries, households, everywhere. Okay, if the room temperature, if the room temperature is hard, then probably all the industries or companies, those who use this particular embedded system, will be, should be more accurate to use that, so that it has to control your room temperature in normal manner without hazarding any environment. Okay, so you can write your own words, whatever you know. So you have to think about what is the system output. The system output should be very effective for the operating environment. For example, the room temperature should be maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. Uh, Depending on the external environment, it has to maintain normal cooling or high cooling. So you have to design in such a manner. So depending on the input, you have to develop your own coding. So based on the input, output should be controlled. So what is your input? Input can be physical quantities like heat. So you are taking a heat that is going to be sensed by the temperature sensor. So based on the temperature sensor output, you will be having a control algorithm which will be controlling your external environment to maintain the room temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or 18 degrees Celsius or 20 degrees Celsius. It's up to you. So constraint. So how compact I should design a particular hardware? All the embedded system should be very compact, low price, high performance. So this point already we discussed, right? And to do, in order to complete the complete product, so you have to go with number of literature survey, how to design a particular uh, product, what is the current trend before developing any product, whether it is already existing. So how the novel product you are going to implement to this environment, so which gives a more accurate result and more efficient manner, long life product. And what are all the tools you required for your embedded systems, real-time software, some of the open source software you're going to use. So everything you can have. So this is a few points which is general. You can write your own philosophy. You can take your own example. You can develop. You can give what is the input, what is output, what is its behavior, what is its constraint should be there, how you are going to follow, how you are going to design it based on the existing model, what are the software you are going to use. I have given few points. So with this, you can brief out more things. They may ask you 5 mark also. So you can write your own words, no problem. So this is the topic which is given to the students. You can create your own products, your own applications, how you are going to design. Okay. So that's it about today's class. Students can